I don't even know how to start this video. We all know why we're here. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail. I'm going through a breakup. I guess we'll just start there. It's Monday. I have to go into the office in a couple minutes. I need to leave in like 10 minutes. And you guys saw this morning in the montage that I slept like crap last night. So we're doing a little bit of makeup to hide the dark circles and hide the exhaustion a little bit. I've quite literally never filmed a video like this ever because this is the first time that I've had my channel that I've gone through a breakup. So I really have no idea what this video is going to look like other than I'm bringing you guys along for at least a couple days, potentially a full week in my life, just like in the aftermath of a breakup from a relationship that lasted almost a year while I try to readjust to being on my own again. I don't know. That's what I got. That's all I got right now. So far, April has been the worst month of this year, bar none. It has truly been. It's been a really hard time for me. I won't even lie. I created this channel on the basis of authenticity and honesty and showing you guys my life and like my full life, and most of the time I'm having a pretty good time, but sometimes bestie Char is not having a good time, and April so far has been one of those months where I'm just not having a good time. Like, this has truly been not fun at all. I went back and forth about whether or not I wanted to even bring this up on my social media and talk about it, if this is even something that I wanted to make a video about, because quite honestly, like, I do not share a whole lot about my like romantic life online. Like, I don't talk a lot about my relationship, and I do that on purpose because I don't really want the entire internet involved in my relationship, if I'm being 100% honest. That being said, I did feel like I needed to say something and like let you guys know that this relationship is in fact very, very over. I did a Q&A on my Instagram stories this past weekend, like yesterday and on Saturday, and I kid you not, literally half the questions were about my ex, and they were like, oh my gosh, like, how are you guys doing? How's your relationship? Like, how'd you guys meet? And, you know, when is he gonna be on the vlog? And the answer to all those questions is never, and I'm not answering that. But getting all those questions about my relationship in the Q&A, I was like, okay, I told you guys about the relationship. I feel like I need to say that it's over and let you guys know, partially because I don't want to be getting questions about it anymore. Like, I kept seeing all those questions and I was like, wow, I just simply don't ever want to see these questions ever again. So I wanted to just let you guys know that the relationship is over, so that, honestly, one of the reasons is so that you guys stop asking me about how my relationship is going, because the answer is it's not going anymore. I'm still trying to decide how much I'm going to tell you guys, but I will say that everything I plan on saying about the situation, I will be saying in this video. This is not a situation that I plan on talking about at length. Like, this is not something that I plan on talking about as like a theme going forward. This isn't really something that I want to dwell on or focus on. So I don't really plan on providing updates beyond this video. And I'm still trying to decide how much of the situation to actually share, because again, like, I am a pretty private person and I don't really feel like I need all of my business out on the internet. So if I don't talk about it in this video, I'm not going to talk about it. Like, there are some pieces of the story that like I will not be sharing. But overall, my basic plan for this video is to just bring you guys along for, like I said, the next couple days, like potentially this full week in my life, as I'm just trying to like readjust to what my life looks like now in the wake of the end of my relationship. I've been trying really hard to stick to my routines just to help give me some structure that I can kind of like rely on, even if I'm not feeling my best. Like, I can still rely on the good structure, my good routines, my good habits, all the things that I've been working really hard to build the last couple of years. So I've still been trying my best to sleep on my regular schedule and cleaning. I've been seeing my friends. Like, I've still been pretty much like living my life as normally as I can, even though it's been rough. Like, I'm going into the office today, I'm going to the office throughout this whole week, so it's just like, basically, I'm trying my best to just like live my life as normally as possible and keep up with all my routines and everything, because that's what makes me feel the most normal, and all I want right now is to go back to feeling normal. I do want to say right off the bat, please just leave him alone. Like, if you are the type of person where you feel like it's supporting me to go try and like find him online and tell him your thoughts, that's not supporting me. Like, that, don't do that, please. This is one of the reasons that I don't share a lot about my like relationship status online, is because it gets kind of messy when you involve another person. So please just like, I don't want anyone like getting him involved at all. Like, he's no longer in the picture by design. Let's keep it that way. So yeah, that's my piece on that. Again, please just leave him out of it. Like, don't try and find him online. Don't try and contact him. Just like leave him alone. I need to head out to get into the office on time. This is the look. I'm just gonna change really quickly. Luckily, I don't need to pack lunch today because they're doing a catered lunch at the office. We have like a lunch event happening today. So lunch is provided today, which really rocks because I have not been feeling like cooking and making leftovers to bring with me to the office. So I'm just gonna change and pack my bag, and we are going to head into the office, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going back into the office today. We were going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the office this week, but then we decided to switch our schedule. So I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the office this week, and then I'll be working from home on Thursday and Friday. So I'm getting ready to head into the office. I'm just gonna wear a super chill outfit today. Tuesdays are luckily usually a very chill day in the office where there aren't a lot of people there. Last night I ended up going out to happy hour with some of my coworkers, so I didn't get home until much later than I thought I was going to. And when I finally did get home, I sat on the couch, I journaled for a little bit, and I ended up watching The Aristocats on Disney because I just needed like comfort movie, something to just like not think about it. Like while I was at dinner with my coworkers, I was filling them in on everything and like the full story and just like reliving it. I was like, I don't want to think about this anymore. Like I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't even want to like, I just want to like not have my brain on. So when I came home, I put on The Aristocats, which is one of my favorite old Disney movies, just like a classic hand-drawn animated Disney movie. Fell asleep on the couch, went to bed. I didn't end up going to bed until like 2 a.m. when I finally like woke up on the couch and came to bed here. So I've been having a much slower morning this morning. I had a very slow evening last night when I got home. I can't even lie to you guys. I've been having a really hard time trying to like do my responsibilities like normal. Like I love making content. I love editing content. I love doing all of that stuff, but it's really hard for me right now because most of my content, I try to make it like really upbeat and positive and like fun to watch. I'm trying to do my decorating series on TikTok right now where I'm just like doing these short form like little mini episodes of decorating and organizing my apartment, and I've been trying to post these videos for weeks. Like the series has been taking so much longer than I thought it would because I just don't have it in me to record these like happy upbeat voiceovers right now. It just like I can't do it. Like which is honestly why I wanted to film this video, because I was like, I just cannot film. Like, the video that you're currently watching was going to be like a spring morning routine video. Like, it was supposed to be one of my like normal, like happy, upbeat, uplifting pieces of content. But then I was like, I just don't have it in me. Like, I can't just sit here and pretend that like I'm fine and everything's fine and that like I'm feeling normal when I'm not. Like, I'm not doing very well. I'm in the trenches. I feel terrible. I'm just like in such a bad mental headspace, which like is understandable, and I'm not trying to like rush myself out of those feelings, but I just knew that like my entire channel is about like honesty and authenticity and like being who you are and like having the courage to be yourself in your 20s and like live a balanced life, which unfortunately, not even unfortunately, like I don't want to paint it like having negative emotions is a bad thing, but like they are part of life. Like, it's an essential part of life to feel the ups and the downs, because I'm a firm believer that like going through the downs gives more meaning to the ups. Like, if you picture your life like a roller coaster, like you wouldn't be able to appreciate the highs as much if you didn't have the lows to kind of show you like how far you've come when you finally do get to the other side and you're like back on top of your game and living your best life again. And I've always kind of said that, like I've always had that sort of mindset, like I've always believed that. So when I had the idea to film this video and basically just document like how I'm actually feeling, even though it's not like my normal happy, peppy, positive self, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm scared to like be vulnerable like that on the internet in front of so many people when like I don't know how the reaction is going to be. Like, I don't know how people are going to receive this video. I don't know if anyone's even gonna care, like, but I just knew, I was like, I made a promise to myself when I started this channel and when I started making like consistent lifestyle content that I wanted to show my life, and that includes the good things, the bad things, the hard things, the fun things, the not fun things, like the ups and the downs. And I know that this is something that like I'm going to be okay after this. Like, I'm going to be okay probably sooner than I think, but I don't know, like it felt like I had to document this because it's such a big thing that I'm going through right now. It just felt like it would be fake basically to get on and like keep posting as normal and like pretend that everything's fine and that I'm not like going through hell right now. I couldn't imagine doing that and filming like as if I'm fine and everything's fine and like never address it. So that's like why I decided to film this video. And if you guys are still watching at this point, I don't even know what the structure of this video is going to be, but if you're still watching, thank you for being here and supporting me, and I love you. This is my cozy Tuesday little outfit. But yeah, that's the basic update. I'm getting ready to head into the office. I'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit more when I get home today. I planned on talking to you guys last night when I got home, but then that didn't happen because it was already dark when I got home, and like all I wanted to do was get into my jammies and sit on the couch and not have my brain on. So tonight I'll actually be getting home before the sun goes down. I want to go for a walk. I have plans for tonight to like help me kind of like reset everything and like feel a little bit better. So I'm gonna head into the office. We're gonna have hopefully a productive work day that hopefully goes by very, very quickly, and I'll see you guys later. Hi guys, we're back from the office. I made it home a few minutes ago. I just changed into my gym outfit because I am going to go to the gym and do a little workout. I have usually been doing my workouts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but yesterday I obviously had plans after work and it was pretty late by the time I got home. I think it was like after 8 o'clock by the time I got home, and I just didn't have it in me to go to the gym. So being flexible, and I'm doing it today instead. I've been pretty consistent, honestly, going to the gym for the past couple of weeks, and that's something that I'm really proud of myself for because it's something that I've been wanting to do for like years at this point. It's something that I've always said I want to get like back into the gym. I want to always like every year, I feel like for New Year's I set it as one of my goals to like be more consistent with working out and moving my body. And over the last couple years especially, I've discovered that like moving my body makes me feel just like infinitely better no matter what is happening, like no matter what I'm going through. Moving my body always makes me feel better. So I'm gonna go to the gym. Today is leg day. Technically yesterday was leg day, but we're doing it today instead. So I'm gonna do my lower body split, and then it's really, really nice outside, so I'm also afterwards I'm gonna go on a nice walk. I'm just gonna go like walk for as long as I can basically. I've been going on these like 3.5, 4 mile walks recently, and they've been like really, really cathartic. So once I finish up my workout in the gym, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. started taking my showers in the dark with just candlelight, and it's actually been so good for my nervous system, just to kind of like, I don't know, make it a little bit more like peaceful and like more like a spa. So I won't have the lights on in the bathroom. I'll literally just have a candle burning, and then I'll usually have some music playing while I'm in the shower, and it's a much more enjoyable experience. It just makes it feel a little bit more like self-care, and it makes it feel more peaceful. Sometimes I feel like when you have like the overhead lights on, it's so overstimulating. You feel like so wired and awake. But when it's just the candlelight, I don't know, it's very peaceful and it's very calm. And then I'm also like, when I get out of the shower, it's dark, so I'm not like staring at my face in the mirror and like looking at all of my dry skin or like imperfections or blemishes or anything. Like, you can't see yourself in the mirror, so you literally can't look at anything in the mirror. Like, you can't pick yourself apart literally or figuratively if you can't see your reflection. So would highly recommend that. I do unfortunately need to get new shampoo and conditioner and body wash though, because they all have very, very strong scents, and right now they are all reminding me of my relationship, and I just don't want to smell that anymore. So later this week I'm gonna need to go to the store and pick up new shower products, because that's just not what I want to be reminded of every time I get in the shower. I don't know why, but I do know that scent is like very, very strongly linked to memories, which can be really unfortunate, especially in a situation like this when you're trying to move on, not be constantly reminded of something. So I'm gonna need to go get new shower products, get a new scent for the summer so that I can actually start moving on. I did have a really nice walk. I ended up walking for like almost 5 miles. I was on the phone with my mom, which always makes the time go by faster when you're on the phone with somebody. And we are at 14,500 steps for the day. So I would say the walk was definitely a success. I do always feel better too, like after I go on my walks. I have my nice little route that I go on. It's usually sunset time when I'm going on my walks, which is really nice. So I'm really grateful for my walks. I think those have been really good for me. But went to the gym, went on my walk. I just got back, took a shower, obviously washed my hair. I'm feeling nice and refreshed. And then I just made dinner. I haven't been to the grocery store in a long time, so we're kind of doing like a fridge clean out dinner. I just made mac and cheese. This is the Goodles brand mac and cheese. It's got a little bit more protein in it. Even though I'm struggling, I'm still trying to hit my protein goals. And then I also had some chicken nuggets in the freezer that I just threw on top for a little bit of extra something. So I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna work on some stuff. I have some editing that I need to get done. I want some TikToks that I'm like almost done editing that I'm gonna try and finish. I'm like feeling a little bit better after my walk and everything, and I think I might be able to do the voiceover. So I think while that energy is here, I'm gonna try and do that once I'm done with dinner. And then I also need to file my taxes, which is just such unfortunate timing, because literally who wants to be thinking about taxes at a time like this? But I do unfortunately need to file my taxes because the deadline is tomorrow, and regardless of my emotional state, the world does in fact keep turning, and my taxes are due. So I'm gonna eat dinner and get some work done, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Morning guys, happy Wednesday. We have made it to the middle of the week. Today's also my last day going into the office this week, which really rocks because I'm really looking forward to a couple days when I can just like chill and relax at home. I'm packing lunch for the first time this week. I have some leftovers, actually not of the dinner that I made last night, but I made something similar last week and I have some leftovers. So I'm just packing that for lunch because we are finally out of the leftovers that we had at the office. I woke up early this morning. I finished my taxes. I finished editing my TikTok. I posted that on all my short form platforms. So I'm like finally back on track with all of that, which feels really good. Bag is packed for the day. I'm just bringing a granola bar with me to eat in the car / at the office because I didn't have time to eat breakfast this morning. I'm gonna head into the office. I will see you guys when I get home, and then we'll be able to have some more like chill, relaxed time for the rest of the week because I'll be working from home. home from work. I'm going back to the gym because I'm trying to get back on my schedule. I'm trying really hard, you guys, to stick to my routine. I know, like, I feel like I'm filming the same clip every single day where it's like I'm waking up, I'm doing some version of my morning routine, like I'm doing my best to do my morning routine, I'm going to work, I'm coming home, I'm going to the gym, I'm taking a shower, I'm going to bed. But like truly, like that is what I'm capable of right now. It's really hard for me to, like, as a person who values productivity and like making the most out of my days and making the most out of my time, and like I'm a very busy person, I have a lot of things going on in my life. Like my channel, my content is usually about finding balance in like a busy structure and living a busy life and trying to balance all these like different things that you've got going on. It's very strange for me to be like going through the motions and like feeling like I'm walking through mud this entire week in the last couple of weeks. Like I forget what I've even told you guys, but it's been a couple of weeks that we've been broken up. Like this week that I'm filming is not the first week that we've been broken up. It's the first week that it's felt really final because I felt like the process of breaking up, like there was the breakup, but I felt like there was also like a week on either end of it when things were just like, we were just going through it. Like it was just a lot to process. Like in the week before the breakup and the week after the breakup, there was still like, we were still talking, we were still trying to figure things out. Like we were still trying our best to like see if it was a situation that we could salvage, or like, I don't know, basically just trying to like do what was best for each of us, but also what was best for the two of us together. And like ultimately the conclusion that we came to is that it's best for us to just go our separate ways at this point. But I feel like that was a conclusion that was like not easy. I'm sorry, I came home from work today and my fire alarms, like my smoke detectors, are chirping, and I think that means the batteries need to be changed, and that's just like the last thing that I want to think about right now. So I need to put in a maintenance request for that. So I'm trying to like talk around the chirping, but if you guys can hear them chirping in the background, that's why, and it's really freaking annoying. Anyway, like we came to this conclusion that it was best for both of us to go our separate ways and to not see each other anymore. But it was just like 3 full weeks of just like the chaos and the heartache and like just emotional exhaustion. Like I'm exhausted. So this week that I'm filming right now that you guys are watching, like this isn't the first week that we've been broken up, but it's the first week that I've like really processed it. It's the first week where we haven't been talking. It's the first week where like, I don't know, it's like really settling in that it's like, it's over, it's done. Like I'm not in a relationship anymore, which is just like, there's just a lot of emotions and there's a lot of feelings about that. Like I talked about at the beginning of the week and like earlier in this video, I wanted to document this for myself. I wanted to share it with you guys because my entire channel is about being my authentic self and showing like my real life, even if it's messy and even if it's uncomfortable and like even if it's not like a highlight reel, because I feel like so much of social media is just people showing the highlight reels of their lives and showing how great their lives are and never showing like that sometimes things suck. Like sometimes you go through really shitty situations and sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it except get through it. Like sometimes that's literally the only thing that you can do is just like keep waking up every day, keep showing up, keep doing whatever you need to do to like get through the hard times, because like I know that good times will come again. Like the darkness doesn't last forever, like the hurt doesn't last forever, the sadness doesn't last forever, all of these like all the confusion and all the hurt and all the sadness and like everything that I'm feeling, I know it won't last, but it's how I'm feeling right now, and the only way to like process those feelings and eventually start to heal those feelings is to feel them and to like go through them. And I know that, so I'm grateful that I've kind of like set my life up in a way that like I have my routines that I can fall back on even when I don't feel like doing anything. Like I have my routines, I have my habits, I have all these things that I've kind of set up that I can do on autopilot without having to think about it, because right now I feel like just doing everything is taking such a significant amount of brain power and such a significant amount of like emotional bandwidth that I'm just like, I'm so exhausted from doing anything because I'm just like so emotionally exhausted in general. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go to the gym. It's arm day today, and then I'm gonna go for a walk when I get back. I might walk to Trader Joe's because literally all of the flowers in my apartment are dying and I kind of like need the mood booster right now. I have these lilies which are actually from the breakup, and these are dying. Like these, it's time. It's time for these to go. And then I also have these roses that my friend Erin got for me the day after. the breakup to help me feel better. These are also dying, and it's also time for these to go. So on my side quest, my post-gym side quest, I might go to Trader Joe's and get myself some flowers just to bring a little bit of life and joy back to the apartment, because I think that's what we need right now. We're back. I figured it would be fun to do a quick little haul. I ended up going to Trader Joe's, and then I also went to Target to grab some stuff. First up, from Trader Joe's, I got myself some flowers. I got tulips because tulips are my favorite flowers. I also got a bunch of their steamed dumplings. I got 2 of the pork and 1 of the chicken. These are some of my favorite easy meals. These literally take 2 minutes in the microwave. So yummy and so easy. I'll probably do these tonight. I also got some pasta because the pasta at Trader Joe's is 99 cents, and I figured it would be easy in the next couple of days to make some pasta. I already have some red sauce just in my cabinet, and then I also got some frozen turkey meatballs, so I thought it would be fun to kind of do like pasta with meatballs at one point. I figured that would be really easy. And then at Target, I got new body wash, peony and rose oil scented, so this smells really nice. I actually have a candle right now that I've been loving to burn. That's the one I've been burning while I've been in the shower, and that one is also scented like peony. So I figured this would be fun, and this is a scent that I know I like, and I selected it the best in the store, and I smelled it in the store and it smelled really good. So I got a new body wash, and then I also got new shampoo and conditioner. This 2-pack was like $8, so rock on. But these also smell pretty good, so I'm excited about that. I also got a box of tampons because, to add insult to injury, I am on my period this week and I just ran out of tampons today. So I got a new box to replenish my supply. I got these True Fruit frozen chocolate covered raspberries. These are so good. I forgot how much I love these until I walked past them in the store, and I saw these and I was like, yeah, these are coming home with me. And then as soon as I walked out of Trader Joe's, I regretted not getting any fruit. So when I was at Target, I picked up these little mandarins because I thought these would be easy to have as a snack and also good to have in the mornings. So that is my little haul. I'm going to eat something for dinner really quick, put my tulips together, and then probably take a shower and go to bed. Guys, happy Thursday. We have made it to the second half of the week. I'm working from home today and for the rest of this week, which is really nice. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm currently getting ready. I'm taking Okay, I'm taking an early lunch break today because I'm going over to the DMV today, which is always fun. If you guys were here when I moved to DC, you know that my chronicles at the DMV are just insane. I had some massive beef with the DC DMV. I think I had to go like 4 separate times, and every time I went, like there was a problem at the DMV, but that was in DC. And this time I'm going to the Virginia DMV, which I was able to make an appointment at, which you couldn't do in DC. At DC, you just had to like show up and hope that the line wasn't bad. So I'm going and getting my driver's license transferred from DC to a Virginia driver's license, and then after I do that, I'm also going to have to get my car registered in Virginia when it comes time to do that, because I'm no longer living in Washington DC, so I can't register it in DC. But same as in DC, in order to register your car in Virginia, you need to have a Virginia driver's license. So it's just kind of a process. That's why I'm going to the DMV today, so I can get my license updated. Luckily, I don't have to do anything. I think I just need to like show up with all of the correct documents, which I've spent the morning pulling together. So that is the plan for this afternoon. That is what I'm spending my lunch break doing today. I'm going over and getting my Virginia license. I don't think I'll actually get the license today. I think I'll get like a temporary license that they'll give me, and then my actual ID will come in the mail like in a couple of weeks. But I'm excited. I'm gonna miss my DC license though. I love my DC license, and I'm really hoping that this picture turns out well, because they have to take a new photo of me at the DMV, which is why I'm getting ready and putting on makeup. In kind of a weird way though, I'm glad that I have this appointment, because it's like forcing me to get up and get ready and get out of the house. I find that like sometimes on my work from home days, it is like harder in a lot of ways to like remember to like go outside and go on my walks and like do everything that I need to do to like take care of myself than it is on the office days, because on the office days I'm already getting up and getting ready for the day and I'm already leaving the apartment. But on the work from home days, I'll be like, oh, but I'm so comfy inside, and then I forget to like go get fresh air and go get sunlight and go outside. So I'm almost like grateful that I have this appointment, even though I don't like going to the DMV. I'm grateful that I have something kind of like scheduled and on the books to get me out of the house. I have been doing a pretty good job this week and like the last couple weeks of like still going to the gym, going outside, going on my walks, because like I said, I think yesterday, like I know that those are the things that make me feel better. And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I'm feeling bad, I'm doing these to feel better. Like they just make me feel good in general. I could be having a good day and then going and doing those things would make it a great day. So I'm proud of myself for how I've been like keeping up with those things. It's so funny to me, like the phrase like going through a breakup, at least in my experience, like in high school or in college, if you like went on a couple dates with someone, like it was kind of like you're together and then you break up and then that's just it. It was like a breakup, like it was one incident. But this is the first time when I've really understood the phrase like you're going through a breakup, where it's like it's not just like, oh, I dumped my high school boyfriend and like wake up the next day and you're totally fine, which is kind of like what it was like for me in the past. Like when other previous relationships had ended, it had been like, okay, like anyway, moving on. But this has been pretty much the exact opposite experience for me. So now I definitely understand more when people say like you're going through a breakup. Like this isn't just like a, wow, I was sad yesterday because that happened, and then you wake up the next day and you just wipe the slate clean. Like it's more of a process, I think, than it might be at other various points in your life. I feel like it's also hard just because, like I said, this was my first big girl adult relationship. This was one of the longest relationships that I've ever been in. I think this was the longest relationship that I was ever in. We dated for almost a year. Like we dated for 10 solid months, and that's a long time to like be with someone and to kind of like have them integrated into your life and your routine and your daily schedule. So there's a lot more to adjust to than just like, oh yeah, like okay, I'm single. It's like, oh yeah, okay, like I used to talk to this person all day every day, and like now that's not reality anymore. And like we used to make plans multiple times a week to see each other, and we don't do that anymore. So like my schedule is different than it has been for the last year, basically. Like there's just a lot of things that are different that I think take more time to adjust to than if it were, say, like just a casual, like a high school relationship kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, we're not really together anymore, like moving on. I am going to do setting spray because it's 85 degrees outside and I am known to sweat, and I don't really want to sweat this off before they take my photo. So there we go. Okay, this is how I'm gonna look in my new Virginia license photo, except I'm not gonna have crusty chapped lips. But yeah, anyway, to like wrap up that sentiment, I'm very much looking forward to the time when I'm not feeling like I'm going through a breakup anymore. Like, I'm looking forward to the time when it's not just like constantly on my mind. Like, the first thing that I think about when I open my eyes in the morning and the last thing I think about before I close my eyes at night. I'm just really, really looking forward to feeling a little bit more normal and feeling like myself again, and feeling like all of my thoughts and all of my feelings aren't revolving around this one very upsetting thing. I do, like I said, I'm not really planning on talking about what happened, but I will say that like it was a very abrupt ending. Like, it didn't really have like a natural like wind down where it's like, oh yeah, like we've both been feeling, you know, like things aren't really going the way we want anymore, like let's just call it. Like, it was very much, I thought things were trending one way and then they very suddenly were not going that way anymore. So that's also something that I feel like is just an added layer where I'm like, there's a lot of information that I'm trying to process on top of we are not together anymore. It's just like there's a lot of things and information on top of that I'm also trying to process that kind of like, for me, came out of left field and kind of came out of the blue. So I'm trying to like process all of that at the same time that like I'm trying to process that my relationship is over. So I feel like that makes it a little bit harder because it's not just like, oh yeah, like this kind of naturally came to an end. Like, it came to a very abrupt end, and kind of like I mentioned a little bit yesterday, like it wasn't really like a clean break either. Like, it kind of like lingered. So I don't know, I feel like that's also been kind of just like messing with my head a little bit. But anyway, I don't want to make myself sad or upset before I have to go to the DMV. So it is 11:40. I'm going to head out. This is the final look. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I have all my documents and pack up my bag, and I will talk to you guys after I get back from the DMV. Everyone cross your fingers and toes that it goes well. Okay, we are back. The operation was completely successful. It was so fast and easy. I got there, they said to get there 10 minutes early. I ended up getting there almost 15 minutes early, which is like a record for me. I never get anywhere early. I'm actually usually always late. But my appointment was at 12:15. I got there at 12:02. I checked in. They were like, okay, you're all set. I'm like, great. I'm just gonna take a seat in the lobby. I brought my Kindle. I literally opened my Kindle and took the clip of me like reading in the lobby. I hadn't even started reading yet. And they called my number at like 12:05. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Like, right off the bat, this is already a very different experience than my last time at the DMV, which was horrible. I handed her all of my paperwork, let her know that I did everything, like I applied online. I took the eye test, passed. They took my photo. I hope it turned out good. I didn't get the chance to see it, and I won't see it until my actual new driver's license comes in the mail in like 7 to 10 days. Filled out all of the paperwork, paid the like $40 that you have to pay to get a new license, and got my temporary license, which is just a sheet of paper. Like, this is my temporary license. This is what I'm going to be folding up and putting in my wallet if I ever, like, if I am going to a bar or anything this weekend or anytime in the next 7 to 10 days before my license gets here. They're gonna be like, can I see your ID? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, here. So that'll be fun. Anyway, so we got my license. It was a major success. So shout out to the Virginia DMV. I literally love you so much more than the DC DMV. The DC DMV stinks. But the Virginia DMV was awesome. I was in and out of there before my scheduled appointment time even started. Like, I left the DMV at 12:14 p.m. because I was done. My appointment wasn't even supposed to be until 12:15. So live, laugh, love the Virginia DMV. Anyway, on my way home, I ended up stopping at a Starbucks and I got a little treat and I just sat outside. It was so beautiful outside, you guys. It was just so nice. I feel like I don't take enough time to like just sit and be and like appreciate the stillness. I feel like I'm always moving, I'm always going somewhere or going like on my way to something else, or like my brain is always trying to do like 17 different things at once. So it was so nice to just sit in the shade and like there was a nice warm breeze coming by. It was so warm outside. It was beautiful. I had my headphones on, like I had music playing, I was reading, I was sipping my little refresher. Like it was just so beautiful. And I didn't even plan on doing that. Like I planned on coming straight home, but I walked past the Starbucks as I was like walking home from the DMV, and I was like, oh my God, you know what? Like I'm gonna get myself a little treat. Like I'm going through a hard time. I'm gonna get myself a little treat. I wasn't planning on staying. And then I was like, hey, wait a minute. Like I brought my computer with me. I brought all my work stuff with me. I can just sit here and work. Like I can stay here as long as I want. I can do work. I can read. Like, so I was reading for a while, and then after my lunch break ended, I was doing a little bit of work on my computer. Like it was just so beautiful and so glorious. And I'm so grateful for that, because I don't do that a lot. I don't take a lot of time to just like sit and be. And I'm grateful that I was able to do that. I feel like sometimes going through like situations that don't necessarily, they're not like fun to go through, but there are some benefits to going through hard times, because it does kind of force you to like slow down and really just like be. So I'm grateful for that. Happy Friday, you guys. We've made it to the end of the week. Don't mind my current appearance. I look a little bit insane right now. I got my curlers in, and I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do them, and they're not very clean, but they're in there, so it's fine. I don't think I talked to you guys last night, but I went out on this little patio in my building just to like get some fresh air, because it was so nice outside, and I just wanted to be back outside after spending my little like lunch break at the Starbucks that I went to yesterday, just like sitting out in nature with the breeze and the trees and the birdies. I was like, wow, I need to be outside. So I went to the little patio space in my building and spent some more time working outside yesterday for my 9 to 5, and then also spent some time working on my own stuff, like planning out my podcast. Season 2 is coming so soon. I actually think season 2 is launching the day after this video goes up. I think this video is going up on a Sunday, and then the day after, like the Monday, the immediate next Monday, will be the first week of season 2 of the podcast. So get ready. Fun little surprise. If you guys missed it on Instagram, I talked about this, but for season 2, I'm going to be doing a video element to the podcast as well. It's not just going to be the audio like it was in season 1. I'm actually going to be filming the episodes as well, so you can watch it here on YouTube, which you were not able to do in season 1. And then I think you can also watch the videos on Spotify as well. So if you want to still just do it audio style, that will still be an option as well, but I'm going to be adding the video component for season 2, and I've been putting in a lot of work. That's what I was working on yesterday. Even after it got dark, I came back in here and I was planning out podcast episodes and writing scripts, and it was just honestly such a nice little vibe in here. I'm really excited. That's how I spent my night last night. And then this morning I got up early. I went to the gym because it was leg day again today. Usually I'll do my workouts after work, as you guys have been seeing like throughout this week, but I'm also trying to be more of a morning person, and I want to try and like dabble in doing my workouts in the morning. I'll usually do my workouts on the weekends. Like I'll go do boxing and I'll do those classes in the morning, and I really like that, how you can kind of like get it out of the way early in the morning, and then you have the rest of the day to yourself. Like you can do whatever you want. So I got up early this morning, went to the gym, did leg day, came back, showered. I used my new shampoo and conditioner. They smell so good. I used my new body wash, also smells so good. That was truly one of the best ideas I've ever had, is to like just completely switch out all of my scented bath products, because I don't need the reminders of the old, and I actually kind of love like having a new scent associated with this new era of my life, like being back in my single era and moving on to the next phase of my life and whatever the future holds for me. I will say though that like throughout this week, I really do feel like I'm starting to get my mojo back. Like I feel so much better even today now, like on Friday, than I did on Monday. I'm sure you guys can tell like in my energy levels and just how I'm feeling. Like I am feeling just so much better. That's not to say that I feel like 100% or that I feel like completely fine, because I know that it's a process, and like there's still going to be ups and downs, and there's still going to be good days and bad days and hard days, and it's not just going to be like a straight line of feeling better. But it is really nice to be feeling better and like feeling good a little bit again, because for a while there I was really not having a good time. Situations like these are really hard for me when like truly the only solution is time. This was just one of those situations where like there really was no good option in the end. Like, I ended up in a situation where I felt like staying in the relationship was not a viable option, but I also really did not want to be going through a breakup, so it just felt like there was no good option. Like, it was a lose-lose situation. It was like either I stay in a relationship where I can't see a way forward, or I go through a breakup, which is not fun at all, clearly. So, like, don't get me wrong, it was a very, very difficult decision, and it's made it even harder for me that the only way that I can like get through this is to just give myself time to get through it. I'm really not good at just like letting time do its thing. I'm very much the type of person where I'm like, I want to figure it out. I want to find a solution. I want to like fix this for myself. But this is just a situation where that's not an option. Like, literally the solution is to give it time and allow myself the time that I need to heal and regain my trust in myself and regain my ability to trust other people. Like, that is something that was affected throughout this breakup, is I feel like my ability to trust people, and like that's a really hard thing. That's not something that's just gonna like come back overnight, especially when that trust is broken by somebody else that you trusted more than anyone. But I know that like over time it will come back. Like, I will be able to trust people again. I will be able to trust myself again. I'm also really proud of myself because I reached out to a therapist, and I have a consultation with a therapist next week. I actually have a consultation with 2 different therapists just to like help me process everything and kind of like just help out with the areas that I might need some extra support in. Getting back in therapy was actually one of my goals for 2026 throughout this year. And at the time that I set that goal, it was more of a generic goal of like, you know, there's nothing specific going on. I just think like being in therapy would be good for me. And now it's like, okay, yeah, there is like this event happened, and I do think it would be helpful to talk to a therapist about it. But I also think just like in general, it'll be good to be back in therapy and like just have somebody to talk to about it. Like, I think it's such a good thing. I think everybody can benefit from being in therapy. I think there are so many benefits to being in therapy, even if you're not like going through something specifically. I think it's something that can be beneficial to literally anybody. So I wish it didn't happen in this way. Like, I wish it wasn't that there was an event that caused me to reach out to a therapist again and like get back into therapy, but I don't know, I guess I wanted to get back into therapy anyway, so I'm just looking at this as an opportunity to achieve that goal, maybe on an earlier timeline than I would have otherwise. We're really finding the silver linings in situations here, but I'm proud of myself for that. I'm excited about that. I've been in therapy before. If you guys have been around on my channel for a long time, actually, like if you guys have been here since college, you might remember that I was seeing a therapist for probably like 6 months when I was in college, and I found it really helpful. So I'm not new to therapy, but it has been a couple years since I've been in therapy, and I think it'll be good for me to go back. So I'm proud of myself for taking that step and asking for help, because there's no shame in asking for help. It's a very brave thing to ask for help. I will say, I feel like I was just talking about trust and stuff, so I'm going to say this because I know I'm going to get questions on it. There was no cheating involved. That's not why we broke up. Like, that's not the situation. It was a trust issue. There was no cheating. It was a trust thing. It was a compatibility thing. And in the end, it was just better for both of us to go our separate ways. I will also say that as important as it is to be able to trust your partner, I think it's more important to be able to trust yourself. And in the end, I felt like if I had stayed in this relationship, I wouldn't be able to fully trust myself. So that was another big thing for me, where I'm like, I live by myself. I do a lot of things by myself. I'm a very independent person. And in order to maintain the lifestyle that I maintain and continue to lead the life that I lead, I need to be able to trust myself. I need to be able to trust my own judgment. I need to be able to trust my gut. So that was also a very important factor for me, where I was basically feeling like if I stayed in that relationship, I wouldn't be able to trust myself and trust my judgment and trust my gut, because I'd always be questioning everything all the time, and that's just not something that I'm willing to do to myself. So that is just a little bit of context. I know people are probably curious. As I've said in the past, and I think also at various times throughout this video, I have been very private when it comes to my relationship, purely because I love creating content. I love showing up online and talking to you guys like we're on a FaceTime call and making content for tens of thousands of people. I love doing that. I don't have a problem with my business being out on the internet because I'm the one putting it out there, but I signed up for that and nobody else signed up for that, and so it's not my place to put anybody else's business out on the internet. Like, that's just not how I want to run my channel. I need, like, it all goes back to trust. If my friends say that they don't want to be on camera, I will respect their wishes. Like, they can trust me that I'm not going to put them on camera, or if they say that they don't mind being on camera, but they don't want, you know, me to talk about what's going on in their lives, like, I will respect those wishes and I will honor that request, and I'm not going to be sharing anything about them that they're not comfortable with me sharing. So what all that basically boils down to is, like, I don't talk about my relationships a lot, and I especially don't talk about my romantic relationships a lot, because I signed up to talk about my life on the internet. He didn't. And so I'm not gonna, like, talk about him and his business and what's going on in his life, because it's not my place, and that's not fair. So I'm trying to give as much context as I can, and like as I feel comfortable giving, while also respecting that, like, this involves another person who didn't sign up to have their business spread all over the internet. So that's kind of the breakdown. Like, that's why I'm not giving the full story, that, and also just, again, like, I'm not comfortable with it, but I know that it's not like fully my story. But yeah, anyway, basically I'm trying to balance, like, giving context, because I get it. I watch other YouTubers and, like, I watch other content creators, and, like, I also get nosy, like, when people break up and they talk about it and they're like, please respect our privacy at this time. I'm like, no, girl, like, I want to know what happened. But at the same time, I have said, like, from the beginning, I've been very private about my relationship. I have not shared a lot of details about my relationship, so I do feel like it's a little bit different. Like, if I'd been posting content with, like, us together, like, all of my content had been the two of us together and been, like, centered around our relationship, I feel like that's a little bit of a different story. But I don't know, I feel like it's also a little bit different when I'm really not sharing, like, a lot about our relationship on a regular basis anyway, where it's like, the reality of the situation is, like, my content is going to be unchanged going forward. Like, he obviously won't be in any of it anymore, but, like, he wasn't in almost any of my content to begin with, so it's really not that big of a change. It's just, the only thing that's really changing is how much I talk about it, and of course the amount of free time that I have. But that's honestly good for you guys, because that just gives me more time to work on my content and my podcast and make it even better for you guys and for me. But, you know, you guys get to benefit from that. So yeah, anyway, like I said, I think I said this in the beginning of the video too, like, if you guys have questions that are not, like, personal or, like, oh my god, tell us what happened, feel free to ask them. I'm not saying that I'm going to answer all of them or any of them, especially if they're, like, prying or personal, but feel free to ask. In that vein though, I just want to reassure you guys that, like, my content, like I said, basically is not really changing. Like, I'm still going to be myself. Like, I'm still going to be posting regularly. I'm still going to be real with you guys and authentic with you guys. And, like, the truth of the matter is, like, I am a very positive person and I'm going through a rough time right now, but I do anticipate that my content will be back to being positive and happy and back on track in the not so distant future. So if you clicked on this video and you were like, wow, vibes are awful, hope the rest of our content isn't going to be like this, good news. It won't be. But yeah, I think I started on this point and then I have been yapping so long that I don't even remember if I finished it. But I really do feel this week like I've gotten my mojo back. Like, I just feel so much better. I feel so much happier. I feel like I'm starting to feel like myself again, which is a really, really good feeling, because it sucks to be in the trenches and to, like, not feel like yourself. Like, it's hard to be going through a hard time, but then it's also hard to be feeling like you don't feel normal and you don't feel like yourself, and you, like, are wondering if you're ever gonna feel normal again. Okay. There we go. There is the full look. We've got the hair in the little blowout. I did my makeup except for my lips. I actually just got an email that my Sephora sale order got delivered, so I'm gonna run downstairs and grab that package because there is a lip product in there that I want to try. But there we go, ready for Friday. How cute and fun. I have also been loving, clearly throughout this video, I've been doing these little get ready with me's. I don't typically do those, but they're really fun, and I think it's really cute to, like, film and chit chat with you guys while I'm, like, doing my makeup and getting ready for the day. So I'm gonna go grab my Sephora package and then I'll bring it back and show you guys what I got. Okay, she's here. Oh, these are little. First things first, I got a full size of the K18 volume spray that I like. This is the only thing that I put in my hair after I shower when I want to blow dry it. That is what I have in my hair right now. I literally just spray it in when my hair is wet. I don't use anything else, and I mean, it works pretty well. I also got a full size of this hairspray. This is what I'll put on after I'm done styling my hair. Same thing, I had a little, like, mini travel size version of this and I like it, so I ended up getting the full size one of these, and hopefully this lasts me a long time because I don't use a lot of hairspray. And then I got two little things. This is much, much smaller than I thought it was. First up, I got a hydrating lip oil from Say Beauty. I'm actually really excited about this. I got this in the shade Bubble. My favorite lip gloss, like lip oil, I think, is starting to run out. So I got a new one. Oh, it's cute. And this one looked like a really pretty pink. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I've never had anything from Say Beauty before, but I know that they get really good reviews and people really like them. Let's try. Okay, what do we think? I mean, it kind of just looks like my lips. I like it. It's a good, like, my lips but better color. I like the finish too. Okay, cute. Fun. And then the last thing that I got is this, which I thought would be a lot bigger than it is. But this is a freckle pen. This is by Freck Beauty. This is the Freck XL Longwear Freckle Pen. I love the look of a faux freckle, and I've been wanting to start doing faux freckles this summer. And my friend Erin has one of these and loves it and recommends it. So I figured it was worth a try. Should I just put these on? I don't know. I don't want to like do too much, but there's always makeup remover. I don't know. Can you even see them? We'll see. That one might have to be a work in progress, but if I can figure out how to make them look cute and natural, I think this will be a fun little summer purchase. That is the little haul. I will link all of this stuff down below for you guys. I think the Sephora sale is going to be over by the time I post this video, but they do have another sale, I think, in the fall. So anyway, I will link it all down below for you guys if anyone is on the hunt for any new products. I just changed into a cute little outfit. I'm going to spend the rest of my lunch break filming my full apartment tour. I believe that video is going up before this one, so that one should already be up on my channel by the time you guys are watching this video. That is the very last video in my Arlington moving series, which is crazy, but I want to get that filmed before I need to get back to work for the day. So I'm going to go film that video and I will check back in with you guys later. Hi guys, it is much later. It's 4 o'clock. I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'm kind of like at a natural stopping point with work for the day. So I'm taking a little break. I realized I was so busy during my lunch break filming my apartment tour because I was filming here for YouTube, but then I was also filming short form clips for Instagram and TikTok as well. I spent my entire lunch break doing that and forgot to actually eat lunch. So we're having a very late lunch. I'm just having some of the soup dumplings that I got from Trader Joe's the other day. These are not super duper filling, so that's why I'm like not all that worried about it ruining dinner. I'm trying to decide if I want to take myself out for a little happy hour. I'm gonna look up the restaurant that I want to go to while I talk with you guys, but the restaurant that I'm looking at has happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. on Fridays. It's 4:15 right now. We'll see how I'm feeling at 5. I still have some other things that I need to finish for work. If I don't end up going to happy hour, I might end up doing my own happy hour because I have wine here. I might just like make myself some popcorn because that's one of my favorite like afternoon snacks. I'll make myself some popcorn, pour myself a glass of wine or two, and then like go up to the rooftop and like read and just enjoy the sun for free. Might be the better move. That actually sounds fantastic. I'm gonna finish chowing down on these, finish up what I need to get done for work, and then pack myself a little picnic and go upstairs and do a little DIY happy hour for free on my roof. Cheers. Back in my apartment, fully prepared to have the best Friday night in ever. I'm in my comfy clothes. I'm in these PJ pants from H&M that I was skeptical on whether or not I was gonna keep, and I'm so glad I kept them because they are so comfy. I just made myself a really quick dinner. I'm not like starving because I had the popcorn earlier and I've been having snacks. Like I had my late lunch and it kind of felt like overkill to make like the pasta and meatballs that I had got stuff to make earlier in the week. So I just heated up the rest of some frozen chicken nuggets. So good. I've got a movie playing on in the background. I'm watching like terrible kids TV because that is like my ultimate form of like comfort shows, comfort movies. I'm pretty sure the movie that I just put on is Ice Age 3, Live Laugh Love, the Ice Age franchise. And once I finish dinner, I'm going to be working on a little diamond painting, and it's just going to be like literally such a cute and fun Friday night. I ended up going up to my roof and I read for so long up there. I was literally up there for I think at least like an hour and a half. It might have been longer. And I almost forgot, I made myself a fresh bottle of electrolytes so that I'm nice and hydrated by the time I go to bed because I completely forgot to drink any water today. But I ended up going up to the roof. I brought a couple glasses of wine with me, but I was there until it got dark outside. Ended up finishing one of the books that I was reading. It was an ARC book, Lost in France by Claire Ross Dunn. I did not end up liking it. I think I'm gonna give it 2 stars because it was just like such a slog. I did not enjoy it, but that's okay. I'm happy to have it done. I feel like I'm in the middle of so many different books right now, so I'm just happy to have it off my plate. I'm gonna have a nice relaxing weekend. I've got a couple fun things planned with some of my friends that I'm really looking forward to, so I know that'll be fun. And I just know that like things are looking up. Like I'm so glad that we're going into summertime and that I have some things already scheduled to look forward to. Like that just always helps me whenever I'm kind of like going through a hard time, or if I'm ever in like a rut or anything. It always helps me to have something to focus on in the future and something to look forward to, and I'm really grateful that that standard like also applies in this situation. So cheers. Thank you guys for coming along with me for this probably very chaotic week in my life as I'm recovering from my first breakup as an adult in my first adult relationship. Not a fun experience, not something that I would recommend, but something that I think will help me grow and learn more about myself and what I want out of a relationship going forward. I keep seeing this quote online that says, everything is a win when the goal is experience, and I just love that mind frame. Like, I just love that mindset. I think it's such a good mindset to be in that, like, I don't know, not that there's no such thing as failure, but like, there are no wrong steps and there are no wrong moves, and like, the goal in life is to experience as much life as you possibly can. And kind of like I talked about throughout this entire video, and like I mentioned at the beginning, like I really am a firm believer that like life has ups and downs, and it is the ups and the downs that make life worth living. This is kind of a down situation. This is kind of a down moment, but I know that someday I'll look back on this and I'll be able to find like the positive in the situation, whether that's like lessons that I needed to learn or ways that it helped me grow or whatever it might be. Whether it's this relationship not being in my life anymore is going to make way for a better relationship down the road, or it's going to allow me to have a better relationship with myself, or I don't know. I think there's lots of possibilities, and I think just because something is hard and just because you're like in the trenches as you're going through it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Like, doesn't mean that you made the wrong choice. So that is where I'm gonna leave it. I'm going to eat my chicken nuggets, watch my movie, and do my little diamond painting, and then head to bed at a crisp probably 10:30 p.m. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me for this week. Like I said, I'm sure it was very chaotic, and I know I've been kind of down in the dumps, at least in the beginning of this video, so I appreciate you guys sticking around for that. I know that I'm usually much more upbeat in my videos and like feeling more like how I've been feeling the last 2 days rather than how I was feeling at the very beginning of this vlog, but I just want to reiterate that like authenticity is so important to me, honesty is so important to me, and this channel is based on living a balanced life and showing the highs and the lows and not being just another creator that shows the highlight reel of my life, because my life is much more dynamic than a highlight reel and there's a lot more going on. So I feel like I'd be doing myself a disservice to not share everything in my life and only share the highlight reel, because that's just not real life. But anyway, I have rambled on and yapped at you guys enough in this video, so that is where I'm gonna leave it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below. I'm going to be getting my mojo back in the next couple of weeks and having truly the best summer ever, and I'm so excited for it and really looking forward to it, and I would love to have you guys join me for that. But that is gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much for sticking around through every season of my life, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.